Welcome to Mobility Site Video.
Hey, good afternoon everybody. This is Chris Likeness, MobilitySite.com, and I have a new toy in front of me. What you see here is the Samsung Epix, which is the SGH i907. A lot of people coined it as the Blackjack 3. This one's a little different. It's a little thicker than a Blackjack. It looks just like a Blackjack. You see right here, which I'll show you in person here in a second, it's got like a mouse-like touchpad, kind of like the HX 4700 iPac that came out about 3 or 4 years ago. It's also got a touch screen where the Blackjack did not, neither one, the Blackjack 1 or 2. Real nice little AT&T box here. It's running Windows Mobile 6.1. It's a quad band, tri-band, HS, DPA, UMTS, all the good stuff. 256K of internal ROM and 150 RAM. It says on the documentation that I read yesterday on the website that it'll take up to a 32 gig micro SD card. I'm not really sure about that. I don't have a 32 to try, but I've got an 8 and I'll give that a whirl. But anyway, it says right here, well, here it says supports up to 16 gig, but on the website it says 32 gig. I'm guessing 8 gig, but anyway, 1800 milliamp hour battery. This thing should last forever. So anyway, let's take a look at it real quick and get this thing opened up. We got a quick getting started guide. We got the getting started CD, quick start guide, a lot of guides there. The big honking battery, that is a huge battery. That should last a while. This looks like we've got an audio adapter from the proprietary charge sync connector to an audio connector. USB to, I'm assuming, USB to the proprietary connector, which the proprietary connector looks like that right there. Can you see that? There you go. Sure you can. And this is an AC wall charger there. And the actual device, not a heck of a lot in there. So we'll get this thing open and get these out of the way and we'll come right back. Okay guys, I'm back with the AT&T Epix. I have thrown the battery and the SIM card in, and it's a thick device, as some have already mentioned. Boy Genius Report got some unboxing pictures on Monday of it and called it pretty much the fattest phone they've ever used or something to that effect. So basically what you have, if you remember the Blackjack, it's very similar in looks to the Blackjack. I've got your full QWERTY keyboard. Like I said, the difference between this one and the Blackjack and the Blackjack 2 is that instead of a D-pad, this is like a little mouse kind of thing. I have yet to turn the thing on. I've yet to touch it. I played with a European version of this about 6, 7, 8 months ago back in Seattle. One of the European MVPs had a European model that was very similar to this, and it was pretty neat. It's kind of novelty in my opinion, but if it works, it works. So what you have on the bottom, all you have is your speaker hole, if you can see that. On the side, you've got your volume up and down there and your power switch. On the top, you have a speaker port there, and we've got our stylus, which is a good retractable stylus there. On the back, well, let's go back down the side here. On this side, you have your charge sync port, which has this proprietary connector that plugs in like that right there. I really don't like having your charge port up here. Of course, not many manufacturers provide cradles for devices anymore like you're used to with your PDAs. I'm so used to having all your charge sync stuff down at the bottom. So, but anyway, what you got here, I'll show you this while we're here. This is an adapter, and I showed you that when we unboxed it, but it allows you to plug in a set of headphones or whatever, and I just happen to have a set of Zoom premium earbuds there, so you just plug that in there. A little silly, but at least you don't have to buy it. At least they're giving it to you. So one thing that I wanted to mention, every Samsung device that I can recall having, smartphones, have had a very thin profile, small capacity battery. In fact, they normally package a second battery in the retail packaging. This one doesn't have a second battery. This 1800 milliamp hour battery, I can't imagine that thing lasts less than 2 days, but there was no need to add 2 batteries, I guess. So anyway, that's your charge sync port. Here you have your micro SD slot, and I've confirmed that they're supposed to support up to 16 gig and not 32 as the website indicates. And back to the bottom, like I said, we had the speaker port there. On the front, you've got, some indicators, your ear hole for your speaker, soft keys for on-screen menus, which this is also a touch screen, so it doesn't matter as much so. But your talk hang up, your Windows key, okay, and the little mouse there. Really nice keyboard with the different colors for the numerical keys. Okay, on the back, you got your battery compartment here. You push that down here, slides right out, put your SIM card right there, battery right there. And let me just one more time show you that big hunking battery there. Let's pop that out. That thing is freaking huge. That's pretty much all the thickness of this device, I guess. So let's put that back up in there. Slide that back up there like so. And the whopping 2 megapixel camera, as you can see here. I have some pictures that I've added to Mobility site today if you want to go check out some real good close-ups and so forth. And obviously the videos are done in high definition, or not high definition, but a high quality. So if you actually want to hop over to YouTube, if you're watching this on Mobility site, there is the ability to watch it in high def or a higher quality. So let me show you this alongside some other current devices. Let's see here. We've got the T-Mobile G1, and it's about the same height, and believe it or not, about the same thickness. G1 is just a tad thicker, and for obvious reasons, it's got the slide-out keyboard. And there you go. Another AT&T device that was wildly popular with 4 letters, the Tilt. Quite a bit thicker. This is the one Boy Genius was like, it feels as thick as a Tilt. I think I didn't actually read the exact comments, but the iPhone, the original iPhone, not 3G, not that it matters, about the same profile, a little bit thicker than the iPhone. What else do we have here? The Palm Trio Pro, which I've got to get around to providing you a video of that. I've had this for a couple weeks and I haven't had time to give you a video of that, and I apologize. About the same thickness. The Trio Pro seems a little thinner. The Samsung Instinct, and I have comparison photos between the devices that I'm showing here. About the same height, same thickness altogether. So, but anyway, let's turn this thing on and see if we have some juice before I have to charge it. Maybe not. Oh, looks like we are going to get some juice here. I'm going to pause it while it comes up here. Alright, it's just about through there. Windows Mobile 6.1, like I said, 256 meg of ROM, 128 or 140 RAM. It's got AGPS built in, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 82p Bluetooth, everything. The only thing that's pretty anemic on it is the 2 megapixel camera. They've done pretty good on everything else. So let's find that stylus here, and we'll do the little line screen here, which is something that Blackjack owners didn't have to do. Because why? Blackjack doesn't have a touchscreen. One thing that's kind of interesting here, and you can't see this, but I can feel it in my hand. Each of these screen taps are, oops, I want to skip that. Each of these screen taps are giving me some vibration feedback. So we have done that. Okay, so let's see how this works here. You see that little mouse running around on your screen there? Let's get that up higher, closer. I'm actually controlling that with that little mouse pad. I'm feeling that if you got used to that, that it would be okay. That ain't too bad. especially for my first time trying it. But you know what? Since this is it's a touchscreen. Why do I even need that? Just do just like I do with any of my other. And this is a real soft screen. I'm kind of feeling a little hesitant to push down on it hard. Let's see, about Windows Mobile 6 Professional. I usually sit this down and get a better angle, but I'm not going to go through a full software walkthrough on this today. I'm going to save that for my review and keep you coming back for more, right? Memory, there you go. You've got storage memory available, 134 meg, and free program memory is 77.91, which is stellar. That is awesome. I mentioned this is a 3G phone. You'll notice the E there. I am in a edge area. I don't have 3G in my area, which is very unfortunate, but we'll eventually get there. So it's basically Windows Mobile 6.1 with your basic package. No frills, no gimmicks. AT&T doesn't go into throwing all this touch flow fancy stuff as HTC does. And that's really neat, that vibrate thing there. Let's see, can we turn that vibrate off? Yep, that was how you turned it off, right? Oh, wait a minute, no, that didn't turn it off. I'd have to go in the settings to set that up. So anyway, this is the Samsung Epix, and it's a really nice feeling device. Just like the Palm Trio Pro though, it's that glossy finish. It's got a little bit of a glossy finish. It's going to be a fingerprint magnet. I've already got fingerprints all over it. It's a little thicker than the Blackjack, as you remember, but that little mouse thing is kind of neat there. So we'll give you some more videos coming in the next week or two. I'm going to finish up my review of the Palm Trio Pro, and then I will get right on this. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up. It's a hot device. Hit AT&T. Price wise, it's $199 after contract and rebates and all that good stuff with the contract, obviously, to your AT&T. And $199 ain't a bad price for that phone. That is a nice phone. So anyway, mobilitysite.com. Chris Leckness, thanks for watching. Make sure to keep up with mobilitysite.com for all your mobility news. Thanks. Have a good evening.